Hello there, fellow Reveluvs. My name is Matt. I'm an old man. I'm a Reveluv right along with you. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, whichever is the case for you. I've been going through the entire Red Velvet discography, which includes everything: subunits, solos, featured ons, all of that stuff, just collaborations. And I'm trying to figure out what my favorite Red Velvet adjacent or Red Velvet song is. And in the process of that, we are currently in the Red full album, released in 2015, I think. And we've also gone through all of the Japanese releases. You can't find those here. They're on my Patreon, but they are free posts, so please feel free to check them out for free. And I'm going to go through my current rankings right now as we stand. I'll just kind of scroll through it slowly. Again, anything you see here that is not on YouTube, you can find on my Patreon for free. Those are all free posts. This time around, we're going to be doing Ladies' Room. Just want to remind you that I do pause videos and songs a lot. This is part of my process of deciding how much I like a song or what I do or don't like about it. Hopefully that gives you some insight into how these songs are made or composed as well. Okay, here we go. Nice. Let's go through that intro real quick because I feel like that's going to be kind of related to the chorus. Sounds like the girls are talking about, hey, who's that guy you met? And then we'll get into the verse here in a second. But that chord progression is really interesting. You would think it's just like a 3-6-2-5 in the key of F, which would be an A minor. The problem is when you get to the D, what would normally be a D minor, it sounds like there's a B flat in there as well. So you get this kind of effect. Except the bass is in the D. And then to a G minor 7. And then to a C sus. It's that kind of sound. And the bass walks down with the B flat. And it repeats. And then stops suddenly on an A7. Actually, probably more like an A augmented 7. Like that. Very nice chord progression. One of the more sophisticated chord progressions that I've heard. Let's go again. B flat. Nice, Wendy. Okay, that sounds like a verse. Wendy sounded great with that. I love things that go against the time a little bit. They kind of propel things forward. Those were like dotted quarters, I guess you would call them. I don't think they're really triplets. So, dun, 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 because it just keeps feeling like it's propulsing it forward. That's great phrasing. Whoever came up with that phrasing for that part of the hook. And Wendy executed it flawlessly. The chord progression there. Oh, by the way, I guess I ought to talk about the feel. Very Janet Jackson to me. Actually, it feels very Janet Jackson to me. I love that feel. Janet Jackson was one of my favorites when I was getting out of high school, getting into college. That's how old I am. It starts off with D minor, and the bass is something like, and then it goes to B flat, then to I guess it's a G minor, or no, a C. And then to an A7, and I love the way the bass line walks up there. So that's the basic gist of the verses. Let's go back just a little bit and get into this pre-chorus. That's a lot of changes right there. I got to figure that out. Oh, so it's a 2/5 G minor, C7 to an A minor, D minor. I take that back. It's a G minor to an F over A to a D minor. Sometimes I get fooled. G Ooh, I love that low bass. Now that was on a C. And then we're to an E flat. Oh, and more cool changes. Let's go back and listen to that part again. Nice. So from the E flat, it's like a G minor to an E flat. I love this chord. It's either a B7 with a sharp 11 or it's a B half diminished. Walking down to the B flat so that we can get back to that A for the chorus, which we kind of already talked about. Love those harmonies, great. Nice. We already kind of discussed the chorus when we were discussing the intro, so we don't really need to go through that, but that was really nice. All of those harmonies and everything. That unison line of the ooze going up to room was fantastic as well. Always sounds bigger than the sum of the parts when these girls sing unison lines together. Another verse, okay. Shortened pre-chorus this time. I'm assuming a bridge is coming here pretty soon. 우리 거기서 늘 무슨 얘긴지 I know you wanna know baby 사실 내 관심은 바로 you 너야 우린 어디로 가니 밤은 깊어져. Well, this is a long bridge, so let's go through that part again. Okay, that sounds like a D minor 7 to an E flat to a G minor 7 to an A over or F over A. See if I get that part. I know you wanna know, baby. Yeah, so far so good. B flat to D minor. Ooh, what's that chord? Yeah, it's like an A flat 6 or an F minor 7 over A flat, whichever way you want to voice it. But yeah, I love that. maybe even an A flat major 7. Cool. And it went resolved to G minor there. B flat over A. Oh, nice. So that cycle kind of repeats. I think a couple of chords maybe switched in different orders, like it went from the B flat down to the F over A rather than the B flat up to the D minor. But I love that ending there. That would be the 4 minor, so that'd be B flat minor. Like an E flat, maybe not even a 7, maybe a major 7. Yeah, it's an E flat major 7 there, and then resolving to the C, which is kind of starts off as a sus, and I think resolves to the C straight. Back to the chorus. Love it. Nice. A little harmony there. See, that's why they can't be ad-libs. Can
I get your number?
No, you cannot have my number. I don't give my number out to anybody. Sorry, Wendy. Yeah, I love, one of the things that I really love is that sudden stop on the A. It's almost like an A augmented 7. Yeah. I love those stops in there. It just kind of makes you kind of jolt, and then when it comes back in, then it really propels you. This is a really good tune. I really like it. Okay, but where am I going to rate it, though? That's always the question. Lyrically, I guess it's about, falling in love with a guy, which is, I guess, is the theme for most K-pop songs, or at least most female group K-pop songs. I don't like it as much as Automatic. I do like this better than most of what I've heard on the Red album, so it'll be ranked pretty high. Be Natural, no. Wild Side, no. Marionette, no. Take It Slow. That's the ballad. I'm going to rank it just above Take It Slow. That's where I'm putting this thing. It is now number 5 on my list out of how many? We've got 27 songs in now, and it is now number 5. Next time we'll be talking about Time Slip. That'll be on the next day that I release Red Velvet stuff. Hope you'll join me then. Same group, same album, same. Thanks for watching this time around. Take care.